Hey guys, JB here from Alpha Wolf Consulting, coming to you today with the next lesson, which is activity 3. And this activity is all about identifying limiting beliefs. So, first we have to understand, well, what is a limiting belief? Okay. And a limiting belief is a belief we may hold about ourselves that either contradicts us growing and succeeding or contradicts our ability to progress in life. Okay. So, this is a belief that is rooted in your subconscious mind that never shows itself. Limiting beliefs, while they are present and easy to see by other people, they are invisible to us. So, that's an important thing, that the limiting beliefs I hold within myself are foreign to me. But to anyone else, they can see exactly what limits me in life. So it's a very, very hard process to be able to self identify any limiting beliefs or you know, any negativity within us that we may have. And the reason for this is our limiting beliefs are rooted in our subconscious mind. Now, our subconscious mind operates without conscious awareness. That is why I do not notice my subconscious mind running patterns and processes for my heart to beat, for my heart to be able to operate and function. Because you think about that, if I was aware of every subconscious, you know, pattern or, trigger that is running within my mind, any thought pattern, what's going to happen is it's very, very hard for me to be able to focus. Just think about it when you're doing something brand new that you've never done before, and it takes an enormous amount of conscious directed attention to be able to perform it, to be able to understand it. It is very difficult to do anything else. That is why multitasking is very, very difficult when doing something completely new or foreign to you. But if we're doing something that we've done 1,000 times, multitasking is quite easy because it's a subconscious routine or it's a habit, a habitual routine. We've done it again and again and again, that our subconscious and our conscious mind understand what the process is and sort of what we're doing in each of the steps and can run independent without conscious awareness. Take, for example, driving. Imagine this if you had to think consciously about every action while driving. Think back to when you learned how to drive, how difficult it was. You had to watch everywhere. You had to constantly focus your attention. So, that is an important thing, that to understand the true effects of limiting beliefs is just to understand we are not aware of limiting beliefs. So, how do we identify limiting beliefs? The limiting beliefs are those negative or self limiting things we say to and about ourselves. It's hard to notice them because we say them so much. They're rooted as a belief. So a belief is just a thought on repeat. So a limiting belief is a limiting thought or a negative thought about myself that limits myself, that I have thought again and again and again until it has become a habit, until that synaptic pathway has become so strong. So to identify the limiting beliefs that I hold about myself and that you hold about yourself, there is some easy things that we can do which will help. So what we want to do, okay, is we want to identify the language, the specific language or feelings or emotions that happen in our day to day life. What does that mean? So it means if we're doing something and I feel insecure, why am I feeling insecure? What is the language or the narrative that is being said? What is the language pattern? When I feel insecure about myself, what am I talking to myself about? Because we always have dialogues running in our mind constantly throughout life. Anyone that tells you that they don't is just talking shit. The thing you got to understand is we're constantly running these narratives where we are describing everything that is happening in our external environment. We're creating the meaning behind each and everything that is happening, and we're working to create new meaning for future action. And that's what a limiting belief is. A limiting belief is just a self-limiting narrative that we have created about ourselves in a very specific area. So maybe I don't feel worthy of love. So I have a self-limiting belief that people don't love me. Why would they ever love me? Why would they care about me? Do you understand? It's not going to be a conscious awareness. It's not going to be a conscious thought where I'm saying this, but you will understand because you will be directed by your subconscious to consciously reinforce the limiting belief. So what we want to do is we want to identify them. Keys to identifying them. When I feel negative, when I feel insecure about myself, when I feel that, because you got to understand our subconscious mind, when it's running our language pattern, is altering and affecting our emotions and feelings, our behaviors. So I'm not going to hear in my mind the negative things being said. I'm going to feel them. Do you understand? So what we have to do is we have to learn how to analyze our feelings and work out what are we actually feeling? What is the meaning that is causing our feeling? Okay? So all we need is a notepad to sit down and think, to do some deep thinking, reflect, analyze. Analyze how you feel in every moment when you find yourself feeling negative, insecure, less than, fear, guilt, whatever it may be. Okay? Analyze it. Reflect. Why am I feeling this? What am I feeling? If I feel insecure, how am I feeling insecure? Am I feeling insecure about my physical form? Am I feeling insecure about my technical abilities? Maybe I don't feel smart enough, so I feel insecure. Maybe I don't feel like I'm dressed enough. Maybe I don't feel rich enough. Whatever it may be, analyze. Identify where it's coming from and start reverse engineering. So what we're doing is like forensic science. We have the feeling or the emotion that we are experiencing right now, and we have to work back to understand what is the variable that is influencing that feeling. So if I'm feeling insecure, is it that I'm physically feeling insecure? Is it that I'm feeling emasculated? Is it that I feel poverty, feel poor? Is it that I feel like I'm not good looking? Is it that I feel that I stink and I don't smell good? Whatever it may be, work back, find the root cause, and then that will show you the limiting belief. Do you understand? And once we identify that limiting belief, then we can work on breaking it. But until that limiting belief has been made aware, it will always be foreign to us. So you must take conscious awareness to all of the emotions that you feel and the feelings that you feel, and you must reverse engineer them. So work backwards, okay, to understand how all of the different aspects are influencing your emotive state and your feelings. And when we're able to understand, well, maybe I'm feeling insecure because of my physical appearance. Maybe I just feel a bit disheveled. I'm not dressed well. I'm stinking. I don't have deodorant on. Maybe I didn't brush my teeth today. All of these different things. And we're able to work through it. And we're able to find out why do these factors cause this feeling. And typically, it will be rooted in an experience that we have gone through, where people have told me I stink, where people have made fun of my clothes, where people make fun of my physical appearance. Do you understand? And then by understanding that, we're able to see the cause of the limiting belief, because a limiting belief is always based around an experience. We go through something that is so traumatic emotionally to us, okay, that, and just to understand and clarify, trauma is a subjective thing, it's not objective. What is traumatic for one may not be traumatic for another. So there is no objectiveness. This is all subjective. It is not a rational thing because the subconscious mind does not understand rational or reasonable. So someone may say something that is not intended to be traumatic to me. Maybe they make fun of my appearance. But to me, that is quite a traumatic thing. You understand? Because trauma is based around confusion, not understanding. Because I don't understand what their intention is and why they're doing it, okay, it becomes a lot more emotionally damaging because there's a lot more uncertainty. If I understand the motives of why they're doing it, so maybe they're saying it to put me down. Well, if I understand they're saying it to put me down, it loses a lot of its meaning because I see the intention behind the action. So the more confusing the experience, the more traumatic it is. So if someone that I see as a friend turns around and attacks me, that is more traumatic than someone who I see as an enemy turning around and attacking me, because I have a set expectation that the enemy will attack me, and I have a set expectation that the friend will not attack me. So when the friend attacks me, it becomes more traumatic because it is confusing. I don't understand why they have done it. So I have to create new beliefs to be able to protect myself. And that is what a limiting belief is, a belief we create for ourselves, about ourselves, to protect ourselves. But it is not based in reason and it is not based in rationality. So I can tend to create limiting beliefs to protect myself for things that do not need protection from, like what others say about me, like what others think and feel and judge about me. All right. So just understand, through deep thinking, through reflection, through analysis, okay, we're able to find these limiting beliefs. We're able to understand and move through them and then break them by replacing them with a new belief, which will be on the next lesson. All right. Well, you guys have an amazing day and I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much. Bye.